Hey guys, I am going to share with you a week in the life of me. So today is Monday. I've just finished getting ready, washed my hair. I've actually got proper clothes on because I'm not working from home today. I'm going to be doing a full day strategy session with a client. I'm standing in front of my wardrobe, which is an open wardrobe. My darling husband has made me a cup of tea, which I'm about to finish. I have a digestive tea every morning. I'll show you guys what that is in a second. And yeah, so dressed in nice clothes, which is a nice change. I'm going to spend the day with a client today to talk all things strategy and to work on her new website, which is fantastic. I'm just about to drop our puppy to doggy daycare because it's a full day. So I'm going to send him over there, so I'll show you guys that as well. And whatever else happens today, it is a jam-packed week this week, so I wanted to kind of show you all the different things that I get up to, and we'll go from there. So I've just finished drinking my tea. I'm gonna head off and jump in the car in a second because it's a busy morning, but I wanted to show you guys what it was. So it is digestive herbs. So this is made by Your Tea. I think it used to be called Tiny Tea. They're moving away from that whole diet tea because it's not a diet tea. This is a tea with digestive herbs. It's got Chinese herbs in it. And I've been drinking it kind of, I'm gonna say for about 5 or 6 years. So I have this with a little tiny bit of honey because it's quite bitter. Anyone that's done Chinese herbs before will know that they're an acquired taste, but I fast every day, so I don't tend to eat from dinner till maybe 11, 12 o'clock, so I'll have an early lunch most days. But yeah, so I'll normally have a tea, might have a coffee, and then I don't really have any food until lunchtime, so that's something that I do. So Louie and I are off to puppy daycare, aren't we, buddy? So Louis hasn't been to puppy daycare before. He's only 15 weeks. But we do dog training at this place, and they're going to train him while I'm working, which is going to be really handy. So I'm going to go drop him off now, and if I can take a few videos I will, but we'll see, because with restrictions and also privacy, we'll see how we go. But yeah, that's where I'm off to now. You ready to go play with your friends?
You also want to allow them to move and your face to start.
Hey mate!
For example,
already?
Allow her to take her time. We'll see how you go. Yeah, but she's actually
So excited. Hey everyone, so I am back at my desk. I have managed to fly through the stuff that I needed to meet with my client about one-on-one. So I've come home, scoffed some lunch, these busy days where sometimes you don't get to stop and do what you need to do. So late lunch for me, and I'm now kind of getting stuck into the day. So what I kind of like to do before I jump into my next task is just to have another check over my calendar and my emails. I do try and only check them a couple of times a day, in the morning and then at a set time. But on days like today where I haven't been at my desk and I've been racing around, that's the plan. I've then got to go do school pickup. I've got to pick up the dog, who, as you guys saw, went to doggy playcare today, and yeah, try and get a few other things done. I will also be working on, I do some pro bono work for a not-for-profit, so I'll be jumping on and doing some social media content for them as well. So bit of a busy afternoon, but I'm just going to be sitting here in front of my laptop for a little bit longer, and then tomorrow is a completely different day again, but I'll see what I can grab for you guys. So I'm back in the car, ready for school pickup. I'm here a little bit early, so I'm just, once again, checking up
catching up on emails and a few other messages. I realized I had 3 text messages that I needed to reply to as well, and some WhatsApp messages. It just the challenge of when you kind of bunker down and work on one specific thing, which is great because you get progress in that one thing, but it means that the communication on all of the different communication streams can be a little bit tricky. So I do try in these moments to stop and make the most of some quiet time. It would be lovely to go in and chat to some other parents at the school grounds, but I kind of need to make the most of this time, because once I get home I need to jump into a Zoom call with Alana. We're doing our weekly catch-up, so I'm going to jump into that, and then I've still got a couple more hours of content creation and a few other things for clients, so trying to make the most of the time right now.
Hey everyone, so as I mentioned, back-to-back meetings and lots of things to do, but Alana's here. So this is what team meetings look like in a not post-COVID world, current world, whatever it is. We have just wrapped up our meeting for the week. We jump on Zoom once a week. We sometimes have daily phone calls. I'm trying to think how often we do that. We often text in the morning and go, I don't need to talk to you today because I've got things under control, which is very common for us. But yeah, so once a week we've had this meeting a little bit later than planned, but we've gone through all of our clients, we've gone through all of our projects, we have added things to the mix like this content, this video you're watching right now, and now I'm going to leave Alana to it so she can go enjoy the rest of her afternoon.
So I've just picked up Miss Louie from Puppy Play Care, and the report reads: rest time. Didn't want to sit back and relax, just wanted to play. Reaction to other dogs. Was very aware of other dogs and found them to be somewhat disruptive. Meet and greets. Was very excitable and pushy, but settled well with guidance. That's a good sign. Off-lead socialization. Gets quite excited and pushy at times, but remembers his manners with some guidance. Oh my goodness, this is so funny. Anyway, he looks exhausted. It's time to get him home after another busy day.
Finally home, racing to try and cook dinner on time. So we are having some stir-fried veggies with some soba noodles for dinner. Nice and simple, but I better get a wriggle on, so I'm going to get off my phone, get this cooked up. I'll take a photo at the end. It's nothing too special, but it's a nice simple Monday night dinner, and it's a vegetarian meal, which is my favourite. You guys know I'm all about convenience, so baby corn for a little bit of extra flavour. These are the soba noodles I make, or I like. I don't think there's actually a lot of different brands at the supermarket unless you go for an Asian grocer who might have different brands. Lots of veggies, so you can see lots of green in here. Because I am using a packet sauce, because I just don't have the knowledge or the skill or the time. I'll probably have the knowledge because I've made a lot of different meals, but packet sauce, some fresh veggies, so a nice balance of processed foods and fresh foods. I'll probably throw some cashews or nuts in here as well. I won't mix the noodles through because I like them separate, but yeah, that's what we're having for dinner. So finished product, veggies, soba noodles, lots of sauce to mix in with the noodles. Don't normally have soba noodles which are Japanese with a Chinese kind of flavouring, but we'll see how it goes. Smells good to me. So I've cleaned my face, put my dressing gown on, and sat down on the couch with my laptop. In addition to doing a few extra things that I need to get done because I'm spending the whole day with Project Gen Z tomorrow, I have to read 3 school notices. Now, any parents out there who look after the school notices for their children will know that this month, the months of kind of January, early Feb, are pretty overwhelming when it comes to mental load. I've had a little bit of a rant tonight. Our school has sent us
probably roughly 15 notices that I need to be across, sign, get my husband to sign, get my son to sign. And I get that they kind of just do this big bulk at the start of the year. Often this will mean that there's not a lot we have to sign throughout the year, but most of us are getting back into work and just getting back into the swing of things. School sports, extra sports are back. The world is kind of in this new version of normal where schedules are pretty busy. And so as a part of my day today, I am I've actually just printed them all out. Reading them on my screen is just becoming a bit overwhelming. So I've gone a bit old school. I've printed them out. I'm going to hopefully divide and conquer. I'm going to get my husband to have a look at some of them and just go from there. But the joys of being a parent as well as running a business, mental load. But I'm good at this stuff, so I'm not going to try and do it all on my own. I am going to delegate, share the load, and try to reduce some of that mental strain. Wish me luck, because I think I'm going to need it.
Good morning everyone, fresh start today, early morning, heading off to meet with the team from Project Gen Z as I'm one of the speakers today at a school, and I'll also be the coach working with, I think we've got year 11 and 12 students, and we're going to be running them through the Dare to Dream entrepreneurial program. Better hit the road. It's a bit cool this morning, but bound to be a beautiful day, so hopefully we get some outside time to work with the kids and help them brainstorm and pick up some of the ideas that we've got. Better go. Have a good day. So we are set up and ready to go. Banners are up. Presenters are ready. And the kids are just waiting outside. So we are about to get started. It's a big day. We're working with year 11 and 12 students from 2 different schools. I'm going to be sharing my business and entrepreneurial journey with them, hopefully to get them motivated and to think outside of the box. I'll see if I can get some content during the day. It's always a bit tricky because it's like as soon as we get started, it's a pretty go kind of day. But it's always lots of fun, and it's one of the reasons why I love working with Project Gen Z.
And then it will be recessed and we'll jump into it. So, today's challenge. Has anyone put your hand up if you've seen the show Shark Tank? Hands up. Oh, I reckon that's the best one so far. So, today we're going to be doing a live Shark Tank. So in your teams, you'll choose a product, you're going to form a company, you're going to create a marketing campaign, you're going to create a social media strategy, which I'm sure you're all very good at.
So I'm finally home after a very long and busy day with Project Gen Z. It's always so much fun working with the kids that we work with. As I said earlier today, we were working with year 11s and 12s, but high energy days mean that when I get home, I often just want to get changed and get stuck into whatever I need to do so I can chill out. I was up quite late last night working on a whole heap of stuff, just trying to catch up. So I'm gonna go check my veggies. I've been trying to grow some veggies, but this hot, cold, super hot, then rainy, cold weather is just causing a bit of chaos for me. So I'm about to jump into the garden to enjoy this beautiful sunshine, then sit down and catch up on emails and spend a bit of time with my family and my pets. But yeah, that's me kind of done and dusted for the day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Good morning everyone, happy Wednesday. I've got another big day. I've mentioned so many times this week that it is a big week, lots of busy days. So I have decided to sit down in front of my laptop really quickly just to do a few admin things. So one of the things about being a small business owner is you often wear a lot of hats. Because it's just myself and Alana, I manage most of our accounts and HR and all of that sort of stuff. So today is payday. I am jumping into Xero, which is the accounting system that we use, and I'm getting everyone paid up and making sure that all of our suppliers have been paid. We often, because we do the admin and logistics for clients, we often take the brunt of that. So we will liaise with suppliers on behalf of clients and often pay those bills on their behalf and then add them to our end of month invoices. So it's just one less thing that they have to worry about, as paying bills can often be a bit of that load that, be it in business or life, that can, you know, weigh you down and be on your to-do list. So we try and take that off their to-do list as well. So that's what I'm doing this morning. And then I'm going to quickly take Louis for a walk so he gets some exercise in before I get him to chill down, because I'm recording a podcast this morning for She Inspires Me. So I kind of need the house to be nice and quiet, and the easiest way of doing that is to make Louis super tired. So I'm gonna go do that. It's still pretty early in the morning. It's just after 8, so I don't have to do school drop off this morning, which is great. So I'm gonna get stuck into this stuff, make sure I'm across a few emails and bits and pieces before I hide myself away in the studio to record. Studio being the wardrobe upstairs in the spare room. Yeah, I'll show you guys the studio if you haven't seen it before. I know I've shared that on our social media and our videos in the past, but I'll definitely show you the setup of how I record our podcasts, and yeah, might even take you on our walk today. See you soon. So, as I mentioned, this is where I record our podcast. You can see it is a wardrobe. It is a spare room wardrobe, so it's just got random stuff in there, recording stuff, and blankets and God knows what. But yeah, so what we've done is we have turned this tiny little wardrobe into a recording space. This was just packaging. Foam came out of some packaging from a box, which we painted white, which kind of turned it a bit yellowy, but it was a not very nice color. Got a little cupboard there for some extra stuff, stand for my laptop so I can see the person that I interview, microphone with stand and headphones, a bit of soft furnishing, so just blankets and towels. But yeah, pretty simple. And between that and the fact that I've got a really good microphone, so this Rode microphone here, which I've got turned on the side, it normally means that recording sounds pretty great for a do-it-yourself kind of job. Podcast is done and dusted, went really well. House is nice and quiet, so I am gonna make myself a coffee. I'm gonna pop my headphones in, and what I do post podcast is I listen to the entire episode to check for sound. I also pull out 3 bits of social media. So we always have a photo that we share of the guest. We then pull a sound bite, so I listen to that and get the timestamp. I send that over to Alana, who is our podcast producer, and she pulls that and creates a social media audio file that we can share on socials. And then I also try to pull out some wording that I put in a quote, so I can quote the guest and share something that they said that really, you know, inspired me, that whatever else, that's something beautiful from our discussion. So that's what I'll be doing in a minute, but first I will make myself a coffee. Hey guys, it is 8:27. I'm looking a little disheveled. It's been a really long day. I just don't seem to have enough hours in the day at the moment, and everyone wants everything yesterday. But you know what? That's just part of it. Sometimes I do take breaks in the day to stop and sit and have lunch and not be at my laptop. To go to a school pickup and to chat to other people if I can. to go for a walk with Louie. All of these things take time, and they're all about filling my cup and doing my self-care, and really making sure that I stop and I'm not kind of constantly rushing from place to place. But it does mean that sometimes that these extra hours need to be put in. Next week's actually a little bit more under control, but it is filling up fast. We've had some new inquiries today, so it was really nice to see that the work that we do and the longevity that we've had now that we've been in business for nearly 4 years, pays off, that people are paying attention and they want to engage in the business and in what Alana and I are doing and can offer, but it does mean that sometimes there are not enough hours in the day. So I am about to turn my computer off, go sit on the couch. I'm going to go check my veggies in the garden. It's been another really hot day here in Melbourne, and I just want to make sure that they're not really struggling in this heat. It's just another thing to do, but yeah. That is me signed off for today. I didn't really get to capture much of what happened, but as I mentioned this morning, it was, podcasts and dog walks and meetings and behind the scenes work, hence why I look like a little bit of a mess because no one had to see me today. Tomorrow is another back-to-back day of work behind the scenes, another podcast, as I said, but I will see you guys tomorrow and share a little bit more with you then.